Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie. I have a slight cold today, and this is EcoGnomix. It is a roguelite city building mining game, all about being a gnome in search of gold. Does that sound interesting to you? Well, stay tuned, because we're going to hit this play button, and there's a little bit of a cinematic here to kind of get you in the mood of it, and then we'll get started.
The life of a gnome is typically boring, unpleasant, and painfully uneventful. But mine has always been the one exception, and today was no different. There I was on my usual walk through the woods on a Tuesday afternoon. I saw something out of the corner of my eye in a small clearing. It was a book, and I couldn't just leave it out there in the woods. It would have gotten wet, and no gnome likes a wet book. But problem was, it was being guarded by an enormous creature. Mouth like a pointed stick, and eyes like the beads of death. But I'd faced these monsters before, so I knew what I was up against, and I wasn't gonna go down easy. Yeah! That evil beast didn't stand a chance, but I didn't come out unscathed either.
His eyes on the ground.
Finally, I could find out what was
By
in
the
this
book.
book. The book contained the most outrageous stories, myths, tales, and legends. All the mysteries of the caves beneath Gnomeville. But there was one in particular that caught my eye. Well, let's get digging.
All right, so it's all about searching for gold, but we don't want to pay our little gnomes. We don't want to pay these minions for finding the gold, right? So we've got a little bit of fine print in our contract that allows them to work for other types of materials instead. So we're going to get more wood to hire more gnomes because they'll work for wood, apparently. So we're going to take the woodcutter and we're going to place it on a tile. Now, the woodcutter will harvest plants from adjacent tiles. So they'll now be able to harvest from both of these. And you can see how much wood is in each one of these. Every turn, your gnome will take 7 actions by default. You can improve this, but it'll take 7 actions by default. So we'll end the turn. Now they'll go ahead and take their 7 actions, which is enough to clear all the wood out of these 2 adjacent tiles. Okay, excellent. Now, every turn, we also have to deal with bats. Bats are all over the caves, and the deeper we go, the more bats there are. To keep the bats away from us, we need to feed them, and that involves food, which basically is the chicken. So we're going to need to hunt for food so that we can constantly provide food for the bats. At the top of the screen, we have 20 food, but there are 5 bats, and every turn, they'll each want to eat, so that's going to be 5 food away from us at the end of the turn. The deeper we go, the more bats there are. So in the next cave, or in the next level of the cave, it's there will be now 6 bats at this point. Okay, good. So the next thing to do is hire a huntress. So down here at the bottom, we can hire 3 different tabs of different types of gnomes. Now, this is a roguelite game. If you're not familiar with how that works, essentially, we're going to make a run. We're going to do our best. We're going to use what we learn and what we've gathered from that run to upgrade ourselves to do better on the next run. That kind of thing, okay? So huntress is all we have available right now. And the huntress does the same thing as the woodcutter does, except it deals with food items. So like the chicken, for example. We're going to put the wood harvester right there so he can get this in the next turn. All right. So huntress is going to get us all that food, and that ends up getting us 7 food, but 5 of it goes away from the bats. So every turn we spend, we have to feed the bats. Let's go deeper. So as we go deeper, sometimes it's just a level that we don't really know what's going to go happen or what's going to be there. Other times we have an idea of how this particular tile is sort of arranged. So this is very wood heavy. This is very food heavy. Excuse me. There are also dangers and the boss fight at the end of the level. And then you can see there's an extra tier, and then there's another tier, right? And so to get down to these where the really valuable resources are, you first have to get past the threats. Okay, so we're going to go to this one. So this is a fairly balanced one. but there are cracked tiles now, and gnomes will take damage if they end their turn on a cracked tile. So woodcutter I can place here pretty safely. Let's put the huntress over here, and she can hunt these guys who are on this cracked tile. Any resource that's on a cracked tile will be lost when the tile collapses. So this food resource is going to go, and so is this one. I might as well harvest the one now that has more resources to it. So we'll go ahead and have these guys do this. There we go. All the tiles will now collapse. Resources are lost. Bats will eat, and we can go deeper. So this is Helena's shop. Helena is here to help us upgrade our gnomes. All we need to do is select which gnome we want to upgrade. And then there are selective upgrades here. This one is called productivity. It allows us to take an additional action when working. That is not an extra action as in like they normally take 7 actions, now they take 8. It means that every action they do, they're going to have an additional one. So in other words, instead of swinging 7 times, the woodcutter would get to swing 14 times. It's pretty powerful how that works. And I'm going to do it with the huntress. So I'm going to put her up here like this. Now, how much food? So we can steal 15 food, though. We might be able to steal 15 food. Let's steal 15 food with the woodcutter. And that didn't cost me any wood. Okay, that's a great start. Let's buy another upgrade. Cool. So Helena's shop, you can spend the wood you collected on upgrades. Upgrades can enhance your gnomes in powerful ways and make your descent through the caves a lot easier. Right. So the huntress, I'm going to put her on productivity 1. Now, that gives her this ×2 flag above her head. It means she can now shoot a lot more. Okay. So let's go down to the next cave. And in this case, we want to get a lot of food if we can. So let's go and travel to this one. So now we can put that huntress to work. I'm going to put her here. And I'm going to put the woodcutter over on this side. Now, again, this is a roguelite, so things are going to get more complicated. Things are going to... Oh, look at you. Never mind. Huntress. This way. Oh, man. You know, I'm tempted to put you here anyway. Even though you're going to take damage, I think I'm going to put you here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You're going to clean house on all this stuff because you get to basically shoot 14 times here. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. Yeah, and then there's not really a whole lot of wood here to cut down, but this one is objectively better. So we're going to put you on this one over here. All right, so let's watch her in action here. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. She's going to get a lot of food this one turn, and then I'll have her sit right here, too. She'll get even more. She's going to take some damage. Oh, I wanted her to... Shit. I can't have her sit here, then. I can't have her be there. Okay, well, we did get a lot of food that turn. I'm gonna put her here instead, because I don't want her to die. All right, one more turn in this cave because I think we can gather enough to offset the bats. Well, maybe not. I think it's like 7, right? I think we got 7 and they ate 7. So really the only thing we did we're net positive on is the wood. However, we now have enough wood to get another huntress. So let's put another huntress over here on that side. And then we can put this one up here. There's 7 here, there's 6 here, there's 4 here. Yeah, so let's go and we'll target, the tiles that'll give us the most food. And we'll have another turn here. So that allows us to get net positive on food for this turn as well. And can we still do it next turn? I think so. Because there's only 7 bats. So I think, we get this huntress. This is 5. We get this huntress down. Nah, because I don't want him to get injured. I think we'll go ahead and go down a level. Okay, we can either take this and bypass the danger, or because we have some hunters, we can go into danger, which could be very lucrative for us. So this is a bat nest. Some caves contain dangerous bat nests. Destroy them or they will spawn additional bats at the end of each turn. So we have 8 bats going on in this level, and this bat nest is going to spawn additional bats. Now we can get 4 food and 2 wood from this. So when we harvest it, there is some resources, but it's going to take 7 HP to take that out. So what I'm going to do is put my huntress that's right next to it. She's going to take that out. And then if the root beak, which is our boss here, the root beak is a giant chicken wearing a tree for armor. It moves around randomly and deals damage to all adjacent tiles at the end of the turn, or if it's trapped. So You don't want to trap it because then every action it gets to deal damage. We don't want that. We want it to move around. We're gonna put a huntress here and a woodcutter here. And I'm hoping that it moves this direction. I can't really trap it, but if I do this, maybe it has a better chance to move that direction into the huntress. Okay, here we go. So it's not quite moving towards our huntress, unfortunately, but good news. It broke tiles and it's not near any of us, so we didn't take any additional damage. So woodcutter can go here. This huntress will go here, and then I'll have this huntress go here. Now, I want to trap it. Let's try this. This is going to trap it to where no matter where it stands, it's going to get hit. But hopefully it gets hit over here. And in fact, I probably should swap these so there's a better chance of this person hitting them. Yeah. So let's do that instead. Yeah, so no matter where this thing goes, it's not going to be trapped, but it can't really escape this huntress, which is perfect. So we're going to get extra hits on it every turn now. And that takes it out. We get big bonuses for that. Lots of gold, lots of resources, good amounts of food and everything. And that clears this one. Cool. Let's go down to the next level. Down to Helena's shop once again. We don't really need food this time, but I am interested in another huntress being able to do a lot of damage here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this huntress now have additional productivity as well. Okay. The woodcutter, probably not that important right now. We could go robust and give them extra HP and get them back to normal, but I think we'll be fine. We'll leave the wood as is because we're going to want to get another huntress as well. And we're just going to need an extra 5 wood to do that. So next cave is the boss fight. Wah. So with 5 wood, we'll be able to get another huntress, and that's going to be real huge. It's going to be needed because this guy's big. It's going to lay a bunch of eggs. It's going to kind of scatter the field here. This is the legendary Roost Lord. Now, initially, we only have access to level 1. So it's going to run away once we clear this much HP. These tiles here are locked. However, if we can keep following the bird, we can then unlock the ability to take out this one. I don't know if we'll make it that far because it's a roguelite. So we're going to be done by the end of this. And we're going to have to keep going afterwards. So anyway, huntress. Let's put you here. It's a ×2. We have another huntress that's also ×2. And we can place you... tell you what, why don't we do this? This is a little interesting, right? And then the woodcutter, I'm going to place you here so that you have a chance to kind of get these guys as they wander around. All right, I need one of these guys to die, though, so that I can get its wood and get another huntress. Okay, so hopefully we get some nice chops here. There it goes. All right, so that's not bad. Now, on this round, the bats are going to eat. The bats will always eat every round, but the chicken's not laying any additional eggs. So you're kind of on a timer here because you're limited on how many turns you can get. The chicken is not providing us, or the Roost Lord is not providing enough food to offset the bat's expenditure, right? So you're on a ticking time bomb here. You got to dig into your inventory here, if that makes sense. So we're going to take this huntress here, take this huntress right here, and then the woodcutter, I'm going to have you stand right here. Hopefully you hit this guy and give me some wood so I can get another huntress. But you two, I just want you to nail the bird, I think. Yeah, it's going to have you two focus. This is the equivalent of like 4 huntress on the bird. So we may actually be able to clear it. We'll see. Because we're able to hit it twice on every action here. It's like having 4 huntresses already. It's pretty sweet. All right, we did get some wood. Very good. So now we can go ahead and get yet another huntress. And we'll put that one over here. This one can be sitting right here. And this one will be kind of over here. And we'll have the wood go here. I could just go here and completely trap that wood in, but I think it's fine. We'll do this. So he's going to slam that one. Very good. And we eliminate most of the food. Here comes the bird. All right. And now we just finish him off right here. Move everybody over here and take him out. So once you do enough damage to the Roost Lord, the fight's over, we're considered successful, and we can proceed to the other major part of the game, because this is the doing a run part of it, but you also have a base management, a city build kind of thing to do as well. But there's an economy to it, okay? But we're gonna get 124 wood. We have two claws. Yeah, 2 claws. We have 5 gold. There's wood. There's also cactus and mushrooms, but that's on the next 2 caves. So that was close, but we found some loot. You can use the loot to buy many upgrades. New gnomes, new building blueprints, new abilities. They got it all covered. Spend our loot to unlock some new gnomes. So this is the Codex of the Secret Gnome Society. Benjamin seems to obsessively study this book. He always comes back with new ideas how we could reach even lower depths, but never allows any gnome to touch it. Okay, so tutorial wants us to unlock the boomeranger. It's very similar to the huntress, except this boomerang can hop to other animals, to hop to adjacent animals that it, you'll see. And then we also have the cook. The cook is gonna make soup from food, so it kind of allows us to make more of the, make more of the food that we gather. We can also make food from materials if that gnome is adjacent to another collector. It's really powerful in getting us a lot of food, but it costs a gnome slot, and we're limited on how many gnomes we're allowed to have, so it could be potentially expensive. But it's nice to have in the beginning, maybe to kind of, fill up a big reserve of food. So we're gonna get a cook as well. All right, back to the caves, it says. Now, later on, we're gonna be able to build structures in here, build buildings in this area, connect them with paths, and get a bigger population with houses and stuff, so that our gnomes can produce other types of goods out of the regular materials that we're gathering. And part of that process allows us to gather supplies of these. And this is food rations, for example. We can provide 1 food ration is worth 10 additional food for the expedition. There's material rations. We can make those. We have maps we can make, which allows us to immediately travel to the next cave once. So you can use a map to just skip a zone. By default, you have to do at least 1 turn in a zone, but you can skip it if you have one of these maps. And then there's a voucher. This gives you 1 free reroll every time you visit Helena's shop, which I didn't need to reroll here because productivity was there, but maybe those 2 upgrades that are available aren't what you want. You can reroll it, and this one will let you do it for free 1 time. Okay, 1 more run here. So we're starting with 10 food, which is not a lot. And the bats are gonna take half of it right now. So we gotta prioritize that. Now this tile's got some tree stumps. I do like tree stumps because you can hit them 5 times and get 7 wood out of them, as opposed to just the 1 for 1 that all these are. So let's get a wood cutter. Now I'm gonna go right here in hopes that we can clear this guy out of here. But we definitely need food collection right now. So we're gonna go with the boomeranger first. Now, how the boomeranger works is it will bounce to food that's sitting in an adjacent tile, not adjacent to the hunter, but adjacent to the food source. So you can't, they have to be right next to each other, otherwise the boomerang doesn't do anything. And it also doesn't bounce to other food that's in the same tile either. It's a tile to tile bounce. Okay, so we'll start with that. And we are gonna get the stump hit, which is great. So that's a lot of collection. Now what we have to do is weigh the cost of staying here. We only have 4 additional food available here, and they're spread out, so I can't get them in the same turn. So this is gonna be a net cost on food, big time. It's gonna take half our food to stay here. It's probably not a good idea to stay here. Even though there's a lot more wood to collect, I think we should probably move on. We have Elena's shop right here, but we also have food heavy tiles here too. And man, I feel like getting the food heavy tiles is gonna be worth it. But the boomerang now. Nope, I'm gonna do the food heavy tile here. All right, so for the woodcutter, let's put you here. And our boomeranger, we want to put you like something like this would work. It's something where the boomerang can travel to an adjacent tile. However, if I place you here and you throw it here, you're gonna have 4 throws to this side. And then it'll bounce that way, and then it'll bounce that way. But once this is gone, I can no longer hit these. So that's something to consider too. I'm thinking maybe I go here instead. That way, like maybe I throw it here and it bounces here. I can clear 9 here. To where if I put it right here, it may end up bouncing over here and then I'm just screwed, right? So I think I'm gonna start here. I would love to start here, but there's a stump there. Oh, and we also have this, the small bat nest. Right, so we need to deal with that too, otherwise it's gonna make more bats. Okay, new plan. Woodcutter's gonna deal with that. Yeah, okay, go. So see how it bounced over to this tile first? That wasn't good because it would have cleared these out and then I wouldn't have been able to get any more. All right, there we go. So the boomeranger is probably best used on this tile now. Maybe even here. Man, I'd love to be here though. I'd love to be here, but I can't be. So I'm gonna go here. Yeah. I guess I could. It's probably better here. There's 6 on this and 2 here, but I can get all 7 with 5 hits here. I can't do that with this side, but I think I could still get 7. It's all the same. I think it's all the same. Woodcutter cleared the other stuff, so we're gonna put woodcutter. Yeah, I'm gonna put woodcutter over here. Okay. All right, so we'll get 7 food, which still gives us a net positive run on food here. As long as we can get 7 every turn, I'm fine with staying. Yeah. Now we have a problem. So I'm going to put you here. That's going to allow me to get all 7 of these. And then I guess I'll just put the woodcutter over here. All right, 5x, 4x. Yeah, so we'll get the woodcutter here. We'll get as much food as we can on this side. And we should leave this with 22 food at the end of this. That's what we should have. All right, there we go. So let's go down another row, and there is a chest here. You may discover chests on your expedition. They will give you some food or material for the expedition. They can also unlock new cosmetic buildings for your town. Okay, so the loot boxes, but it's just usable stuff or cosmetics.
Thanks for helping me get wealthy.
In this case, it's going to give us plus 10 food, which is pretty helpful. We can't use the boomeranger super effectively here unless I want to get injured, and I think I'm all right with that. For just this one turn here, I think I'm all right with that. And then let's put the woodcutter here. He's just gonna run around. I'm not gonna be able to get this guy, but we'll see. He is coming back and forth, isn't he? So maybe that is okay. All right, so we're gonna take a net loss on food this turn, but I do want to get this guy taken care of because I just did all the work hitting him and I didn't get any of the loot from him. So we're going to go right here and make sure that we get that guy taken care of. All right, so we'll be a little bit light on the food for this turn, and that's just the way it is. All right. Now down to the next floor, we'll go to the wood here. And I think because I've got 32, why don't we get a cook? It's expensive. No, I think if I get a woodcutter, then I can for sure get another guy later. I can get another gnome later. Yeah, this will allow me to kill these guys. I'll pop you right there in the front. And then, nope. Yeah, that woodcutter. And then this woodcutter can go here to try to get this guy because he's pretty much trapped. And then the boomeranger will go over here to get the food. All right. So that allows me to get a lot of gold as well, and also some extra wood. And now I can get maybe a huntress or another boomeranger by chance. Let's put you right here, and I'll put you over here. All right. We'll go one more turn here. The boomeranger doesn't have anything to do, so he's just going to kind of chill. And then that'll be the turn. We'll go down lower. This gives us the extra wood that I need for upgrades later, as well as getting one more gnome. Okay, there we go. Let's head down to the next level. This is traveling down to here. We have a root beak. So the root beak is a giant chicken wearing a tree for armor. Moves around randomly, deals damage to all the adjacent tiles at the end of the turn or trapped. So woodcutter, put you here. That way he can't go this way. We're gonna take this woodcutter, put you here. And then we're going to get this boomeranger, and I'm going to have you be, I think, here. I might put you here. Be better to put you next to this. so that you can deal damage to that. Yeah. This is going to make the beak's basically just going to run around here. But I want to make sure he can't run this direction. There we go. We did a bit of damage. He's going to take some damage because he's next to it. But he's got 9 HP left, and as long as we don't trap him, just don't want to trap him. So let him go into this through this area right here. That generated an extra bat, which is no good. But I think we're going to take this guy out now. At least I hope anyway. It's hard to know. I guess if we do this, he's not trapped. He'll just go back and forth. But then I can't get all 3 people to hit him. If I do this, he's trapped and he's just going to do damage to us. Yeah, I don't know if I really want the extra bat to spawn. We have to eliminate him now because if we don't, he's worth 30 food. All right. If we don't eliminate him now, the run is over because there's 10 bats and we only have 6 food. This is worth 4 food. So if we hit this and we get the 4 food, we'll have 0 at the end of the turn and then we can kill him. I guess maybe is okay, but then we still lose 10 of it. I think it's net positive to focus him down right now. Yeah. Maybe we could get both. If I do this, I think maybe we can get both. Let's try this. He might come near us enough to hit him. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, at least nobody took damage there. Okay, so now all we just need is one guy to come over here and take him down. So let's get off of the damaged tiles. Get off the damaged tiles. He has 1 HP left. Go. And that's it. But we now have to spend a third of that just for the bats. Just sucky. I didn't want to do that, but fine, whatever. All right. Let's go down, travel again. And woodcutter here is probably a good spot. Actually, here's a better spot. Yeah, we get a lot of hits. You can get a lot of hits right here. And I want to trap these two. I think we can do that. This woodcutter can go here. That's probably pretty good. Boomeranger. Let's put you... This is a big area to cover here. Put you there. And then to get extra food, let's get another boomeranger. Ooh. I can't stay here. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have 81 wood. Tell you what we can do. Why don't we grab a cook instead? And the cook... We can have the cook stand next to... Yeah, it grabs materials from adjacent material gnomes and food from adjacent food gnomes to cook soup. So instead, I think what we'll try and do is we can do something like... let's try this. This would be okay. Not great, but it's okay. That way we can collect this and make food out of it. Let's try that. All right, they got some stuff. Ding, ding, ding. Now, I've never used the cook before, so I assumed he was going to work, but it doesn't look like he is. So you're just collecting. Do you only collect? Oh, you know what it is? He's collected. Yeah, there's a formula down there. So he's collected wood. He hasn't been able to collect food. Oh. That sucks. Okay, well, hang on. Maybe if I put the boomeranger here. But I need you to be close to the... There's not enough room over there. And that didn't work the way I thought it was going to work. Okay, well, there's not enough room to stand over there. So I guess since there's no food remaining over here on this side, we just sort of let him be. This, we can have the wood cut from over here, I guess. There's no place to stand over there. And the boomeranger could just be here. I guess. I hate where this guy's standing, but we can at least get the wood from him pretty easily. All right, fine. So there's no way to take the food that this guy's already... Yeah. Okay, not a great usage of the cook. I'll have to learn how to use the cook a little bit better. Let's go down to this one. we go. We get this. 20 food is huge. Absolutely enormous. Okay. Now we can probably try to make this work. I think the woodcutter here. Woodcutter here. Let's do it that way. Boomeranger should be good that side. This woodcutter can go over here to clear out this area. And it's the cook that I don't know where to place. You know, I don't know where this cook can go. I guess maybe it'd have to be like this, right? Boomeranger there, woodcutter here. But then nobody's hitting this, so I need to put you over here now. This should give me extra food, I think. See how this works? Okay, yep, there it is. So the cook has to be between you all, and then we get a huge amount of food from that. That is enormous. Okay. So that's pretty powerful. If you use it correctly, it's powerful. You just have to use things right. That's tricky, though. Okay. I don't know if we really need the cook anymore. We can probably move on to the next tile. There's not a whole lot here. Okay. Why don't we have the boomeranger... Extra wood? No. Let's do a quick reroll. Productivity, yeah. So let's have the boomeranger grab productivity. And I think that's it for now. I just want to have a boomeranger that hits really hard. Let's come down here for some additional wood. We also have now big chickens. And we have meat-eating plants. They eat one food from adjacent tiles on every action. Yields more wood for every food consumed. Interesting. So we can just let it eat chickens. If it's near a chicken like this, we could just let that happen. And then we'd get more wood from it when we, you know, it makes the plant bigger, I guess. I'll put a woodcutter here. Let's put another woodcutter over here. And then let's put the cook next to... Oh, I wanted him next to the woodcutter. I guess I could back the woodcutter up to here. But I need to make sure that the boomeranger, which now goes twice, right? He hits twice. So we can put him here. He's going to take damage. I can't... Just the way everything's set up. I don't know. Like, this cook is really hard to use. The benefits were huge. But the cook's pretty hard to use until you clear out the tiles. You kind of have to clear those things out. It would be helpful if this guy had that flying skill, where he didn't have to be on land. He could just be here and it'd still be functional. But that can't happen right now. If I put you on this tile, you'll take damage. And I don't want you to take damage. That's where all the food is. So I guess this round, we're not going to make a lot of food. I think it's worth it to do this instead. Woodcutter here. Food there. And it just makes an enormous amount. I think that's worth it. And then you should be taking out the bat nest. And then since we have 65 wood, but we don't have any more gnome slots, right? These are locked. So we're only allowed 4 gnomes. We can, of course, recycle a gnome, but I don't want to. Okay, go. This should allow us to get a lot more food, I hope. There it is. Look at that. That's a lot of soup. Boom. Huge amounts of food. The cook, if you can structure things around that cook, it's really powerful. All right, boomeranger there for the big chicken. Put you there and put you here. That should be it. And then you will just, I don't know, hit things. So additional food coming in with all that different, look at that, man. Just produced so much of it. Bang. Love it. Lots and lots of food. All right, we can keep going lower then. All right, let's go down to here. And now we'll take the woodcutter here. Oh. Hello, giant rooster. Woodcutter here. Gotta get rid of these nests, right? So let's put those there. The cook, we're gonna sit you here, I think. Here. Yes, I want the boomeranger here though. Where's my boomeranger? Where'd he go? He's right here. I want you here so that you hit both of these. But I don't think that... Yeah, I would need you to be able to operate floating in order for that to work. So we're not going to get that benefit this turn. Unless I do things a little bit differently. Maybe move you over like this. Move you here. Now you can't use the boomerang skills this turn, but these are mostly safe. It's just like this is going to eat this. And I really don't want that. Yeah, but the benefits of you making 3 for 1 is so good though. So I think this is better. Yeah. I think this will work better. Okay. I don't know if you're actually going to get anything out of this because this nest has to fall before you get any wood, and then you're going to get wood from this. So you may not actually get enough wood for this, which makes me think the better option here is to do... It's just to ignore the bats. It's one extra... It's like 2 extra bats, which is a lot, but maybe we ignore the bats in exchange for a lot more food. We do something more like this. This will allow me to get all of this food. Well, not all of it. The cook would have to take some damage. Because I want the boomerang hitting here first. Because if it's hitting here first, this gets cleared and then I don't hit this anymore. The boomeranger taking damage is not ideal because he's already upgraded. Yeah. No, I think I had it right the first time. Because I feel like we just need to clear this out. So boomeranger, I'm gonna put you here instead. Okay, go. Just go. We're gonna put you here instead. Make sure these nests go away. And he'll kick out some soup anyway. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this was cracked, so they're not gonna eat this anyway. Okay, never mind. It all works out. So with that being done, cook can now go here. Woodcutter can go here. Boomeranger's back over here, and then this woodcutter can just, I don't know, do what he wants over here. Yeah, that's great. Sure, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. But see, now with that first tile gone, I can't get the big chicken because there's no bounce. That's what I was looking at before, but it's fine. I think we got more than enough food to kind of offset that problem. All right, head down to here. All right, so we want to go wood cutter here, wood cutter here, boomeranger here, and we need maybe the woodcutter shifts to here instead, but he's still got to get that nest. I need that nest out of here. Maybe boomeranger here instead. Then the chef can go here. Yeah. And I can even go here to make sure that you are getting rid of the plant too. Let's try that. And then the chef should receive ingredients now. Kick out the food. There we go. 99 food now. Huge. Huge. All right. Next round, we put the boomeranger here. Chef can go there. Chef would have to be here. I don't have a way of getting the chef on the right tile. I don't want you there. Well, we have other food over here too, so we could maybe go, oh, like this. This is good. Boomeranger stands here. That's pretty good. Yeah. And then the chef can be here, but now there's no wood to collect. You have to be near the wood, otherwise it doesn't work. So it's gonna have to be like this. Boomeranger here. Woodcutter here. Yeah, go. It's just the way it's gotta be, man. All right, now he could kick out all the soup. 101. 101. They're eating so much of it though, you know? I think we have to be able to get 18 food per turn, otherwise it's not worth it, right? 18 is a lot. So like, that's why I'm being a little bit cautious or, you know, indecisive or whatever you want to call it. I'm taking my time to decide because I have to like do the mental math of saying, okay, how much food are we actually going to get? And without wood to harvest, like there's only 1 wood here. No, there's 8. 8 wood here. But we can't harvest any more woods, therefore we can't use the cook. So we have to go back down. Okay, Helena's shop one more time. And I think now would have been a great time to get rid of the cook. So I think we're going to get rid of the cook now. It's going to give us 12. I'm going to get rid of one of the woodcutters as well. The boomeranger, let's make you... let's get another gnome. Let's get another boomeranger. Yep, and we'll put you on productivity. Yeah. So another productivity gnome. And then this boomeranger we can put on robust. Give you extra HP. So now you're very strong for the next fight ahead. All right, this is the farthest I've ever made it. So I don't know if anything changes with the fight, but I guess we'll see. Because that cook was insane. And we only have 4 turns on this. Really. I mean, we can buy that into a 5th turn. But having 2 boomerangers with that skill, that's huge. And we need another one. So I don't think there's room for... Yeah, I don't think there's enough room for a cook here. I do have still 1 woodcutter, but I'm debating on whether just getting rid of you too. Let's get another boomeranger. Put you here. All right, we'll get the other boomerangers to just situate them. You know, just kind of put them wherever they can be. This one can be down here. And then my 1 woodcutter I have is just going to chop away at these guys. No, I think the bats. We need you to kill the bats. We're going to have you focus on the bat nest. Everybody else is focusing on food this turn, and then we pile on the bird. Go. There we go. Okay. We have 109 food. That buys us a 5th turn. Nice. All right, so everybody who has boomeranging skills, you're all going to go... right here, and I don't think the woodcutter will do that, so it's just you 3, but this is equipped. This is basically the same as having 5 boomerangs. So I'm hoping that that's huge. That sounds huge to me. Go. Oh man, we're doing so much damage. I love it. Oh yeah, hit him hard. All right. 69 food. This is we're not getting a lot of food here, man. This is a problem. All right, boomeranger here. We're gonna clear all these chickens out of here this one turn. None of them survive. Maybe buys us another turn. I don't know. Yeah, I think we can. I think we're gonna do this. This is gonna work. So boomerang there. I don't really matter, just as long as you're next to the bird. Yeah, you guys are all next to the bird. And then this woodcutter will go here. I don't even think the woodcutter hits this thing. Maybe it does? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, you do. The woodcutter does hit the bird. He gets to fly. Oh, at the start of that tier, he gets to... Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. And now there's root beaks. Oh, that sucks. Okay. All right. We need a boomeranger there. A boomeranger there. A woodcutter. Yeah, I just need to make sure they're not trapped. That's it. The whole thing is about not being trapped. So they can move through here. Right, they can move right through here, and that's okay. We need to take them out because they're worth 30 food, man. That's huge. That's enormous. They're worth a lot of food. No, they're not worth 30 food. Oh, they reduced their value for this fight. Gotcha. Okay, well, boomerangers back on position, please. Woodcutter, yep. Everybody hit the bird. Hit it hard. Everyone focus on the bird. Yeah, we got it. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't realize once you got to the 80 HP left and you moved into that second like tier of health that he would just get to escape right away, because that means like having him sit at 81 health just really sucked. Okay, cool. Made it really deep. Yeah, using wood is only going to get us so far. Let's start producing some goods to unlock more upgrades. Pick some blueprints for a lumber mill. Okay, so now we're going to come over here. We're going to unlock the lumber mill. And we do not have the ration, the material ration required for the kitchen. The lumber mill produces material rations. So we need the lumber mill before we can proceed. So in the building menu here, we have this. And we're going to rotate it so that the walking path is kind of facing out towards the road. So we can get it connected to the path here, right? Make sure the entrance is connected to a path, otherwise the gnomes can't work. Gnomes will deliver wood to the lumber mill and process it into material rations. Once we get some spare rations, we can take them with us to the expedition to make our lives a little easier. So I brought back a lot of wood so far, right? Now keep gathering resources in the mines. Turn them into goods here in town. And most importantly, go deeper. We need to find that legendary treasure. So building a lumber mill can help you process your wood into material rations. You can process them further or take them on expeditions where they'll be exchanged for bonus resources. Buildings need a path, and gnomes will bring it from there. Okay, so the more gnomes we have, the faster we can process it too, right? So first we want to make sure we get a path. I'm gonna go out this way because I can. There we go. And then right away, they start processing it. They're from here. You get one gnome that can do this. If you want additional gnomes, you need to build a house. So I can also put another house. And if I place that house like right here, for example, that gives me a second one that can also go and do it. So now we might be able to do this twice as fast. Notice how my wood resources are dropping, and then the sawmill, the lumber mill, begins to create those rations. So again, if I want more production, I want stuff to go faster, I simply need to have more gnomes to do it. I don't think it's a huge deal that they're going this slow. I don't think so anyway. But I'm gonna get an extra house here anyway because I can afford it. And now we can definitely produce things a little faster. Okay, so by doing that, we can have material rations coming in. I'm gonna wait for this one to be done. And then what we can do then, we have collect all goods as well. So if they're just gonna hang out and sleep in their houses, now that those material rations are made, they can go over and go ahead and collect them. And they're just bringing more over there now, yeah. Okay, cool. So let's go to this. And we now have 2 material rations. We can spend one of them to get a kitchen. This will create food rations. It takes more materials, but it kicks out food rations, which allows us to get better technologies there too. So come over to the kitchen, and the kitchen can be positioned. I was gonna put it right here, but I don't know if it's lining up the best. Hexagons, man, hexagons. How about the kitchen can be like here? Oh, right here, I like that. Boom, kitchen right there. And then we'll just get the path to be there. There we go. I like it. So now they'll also be taking it to this building. So in addition to this building, right? That's why I kind of wanted more people hauling things around. But we need to go down to the caves to get more materials and keep bringing as much material up as possible so that we can make more resources and get higher, more expensive goods made, and also better gnomes as well, right? So as we proceed forward, we can get ninjas, right? Jumps to a different tile after getting hit. Get the cut cart, harvest an adjacent plant. Once the plant is fully harvested, it moves onto the tile of the harvested plant. That's interesting. We get extensions, chops plants that are exactly 2 tiles away. We can also increase the range on the huntress. We can make the boomerang more bouncy, allowing it to bounce an additional time. There's lots of things we can do, and then there's so many different units and stuff. They're all question marks as we move up into bigger and better things. So if you like this game, let me know down in the comments. This is sort of like a let's try. If you're digging it, we can keep digging. Otherwise, my name's Charlie. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you stayed this long to hear me ramble at the end. All those people at the side of the screen, you guys are my heroes too. Hit the join button if you want to support the channel that way too. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.